I'm Joe Kilcup, Install Manager with Legacy Heating and Cooling.
And I'm Peter Bruman, I'm the Sales Manager for Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about some indoor air quality products, mostly related to the air conditioning system. So Peter, why don't you just start by telling us a little bit about generally how air conditioning works?
So with air conditioning, you're going to have an indoor coil that sits right above your furnace, connected by two copper lines that go to the outdoor machine that everybody knows and everybody's seen before. So what happens is that indoor coil, it actually pulls humidity and removes heat out of the house and then goes outside to the outside unit where the unit actually will displace that heat, and that's how we create air conditioning.
So we're essentially just taking heat from the inside of the house and delivering it outside.
That's correct. So a lot of people think you're just getting cold air being blown through the registers. It's actually pulling the heat out of the actual property.
So in regards to indoor air quality, what's going on with the coil inside the house exactly?
Well, with the coil itself, it's a very damp location. So actually on every air conditioning coil that you have in a home, you're going to have a drain. And so what it does is pulling that moisture and humidity out of the home. So what can happen is you can start getting mold and a whole bunch of bacteria growth within the actual coil itself.
I guess that happens in dark, damp environments. So is there anything that we can do to mitigate that outside of a regular cleaning? Because I know that there's a number of cleaning companies out there, you may or may not want them touching your air conditioning components. So is there anything that we can do in the meantime to keep the air clean above our coils?
Yes, of course. So one of the main features that we offer, it's called a UV light. And so a UV light actually is a light that shines above the evaporator coil that's inside the furnace box. And what that does, it'll kill mold, bacteria, halogens throughout the air depending on what type of UV system that you get. So that's the most effective way that you can use to kill bacteria.
So it's essentially like sunlight, and it gets installed above the furnace?
Yes, it does. So it gets installed right above the furnace, above the evaporator coil.
Okay.
There are other products you can have where it sits in a return air drum, but then you're not maximizing the efficiency of killing the bacteria and mold.
Right.
So we put it right above the evaporator coil, so it's more effective.
That's where the problem is, so that's where we want to install it. And what kind of maintenance are we looking at with the UV light?
It's recommended to change out bulb, usually every AC season. Again, we sell them readily available right here at Legacy Heating. And so effectiveness is typically within a year. If you stretch that, sometimes it's just like a light bulb. Eventually it starts to wear out and become less effective.
Well, if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact us at legacyheating.ca.